watch was with Game. Certified Gangsters. Was that what the first song?
Yeah. First song was that was the remix.
The remix. Right. Yep. How did you and Game link up?
They were saying Game was Eazy-E's son. And then he was Blood. He had what was it, YouTube, MySpace, whatever niggas was watching back there. He had the Eazy-E tattoo on him and shit like that. So that's what we thought that what it was. We got in touch with him and shit.
They thought that the Game was Eazy-E's son is absolutely barnacles. Absolutely barnacles. That is not Eazy-E's son. Just a man who is paying tribute to a legend. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but not Eazy-E's son. Game has made plenty of conversations and statements about his father and their upbringing with him, his brother, and his sister. So his father looks exactly like him. Shout out to the Game. Shout out to his father. What's the deal, y'all? We in the same, back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody knowledge, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure, in fact, tap in with that tap in. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge, though. You're not finna get in nobody's college, though. Tap in with the tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with the tap in. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button, notification bell, hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Jim Jones. They look at New York Bloods as being fake. So let's get into what he's talking about as far as New York Bloods being fake. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Like that, and then we got up to the East Coast. And from there, we forged a relationship. We did. Shouts to Fort Bent, RP Fort Bent. That was Game's best friend. Passed away very early in Game's career. Dope soul, or super dope.
Yeah, 4 Cent. Well, he said Fort Bent, but it's 4 Cent. Shout out to that dude. God bless his soul. He passed away extremely early in Game's career. Rest in peace to 4 Cent.
So heavy on the gangbang, though. Super heavy on the gangbang. Young, 6'4", 6'5", heavy. You heard? Pushing through everything. He's a part of LA history. They know about Bent. Young Fort Bent, you heard? Or
Billboard, yeah.
It's 4 Cent, but because it's blood, it's Fort Bent.
For sure.
Billboard, yeah, that's what they call a Billboard Bent. That's my man, Fort Bent. Or that was like, Fort Bent was really excited for who I was and shit like that, you know what I mean? And that really bring us together even more the way, you know what I mean? God bless his soul. I went to his funeral too in LA. That's how much I was in LA at the time. Shout out to the Booyah Tribe. They opened up a lot of doors for me in LA. Shouts to Posey, RP Posey, passed away. Crip gentleman, took me through all the blood.
Big shout out to the Booyah Tribe.
Was in LA that I needed to know about. He knew all the right people. Only hood he didn't go in was the Jungles, where he parked right outside and waited for me. Shouts to Wacko. Wacko, don't get it confused. Wacko, Bompton. Big.
Not the fake Whack. He said, let's not get it confused with the fake Officer Rat Runner. Talking about the real one, Wacko.
Dog, what's up, bro? How you feeling? Dig, like, I definitely put it down in California, LA. I had birthday parties in Enterprise Park, you know. If you're from LA, you know what I mean by Enterprise Park. And yeah, I have birthday parties in Enterprise Park. You know what I mean? So this is the type of shit that I was doing when they were portraying that East Coast were fake Bloods and they were just putting on the act, and I knew we wasn't. And for me being an avid fan of West Coast culture, and the gangbanging hit my coast with Storm, and being a fan of Snoop and how he handled it. And actually I wanted to build a bridge, and I knew that wasn't gonna be the easiest.
So Jim Jones' whole point was to connect California Bloods with New York Bloods to make it all one big bloody alliance, it seems like. That sounds like a Federal Rico, big dog, but that's neither here nor there.
Thing to do, but I had the heart to do it.
Okay, so you did a lot of hanging out over here and linking up with a lot of dudes over here from the streets, just to kind of you know what I'm saying, build that and get everything. I mean, you know, LA being like the original, you know what I'm saying, Bloods and Crips and everything, you know, you know, they got a lot of love for, you know, people that's not from LA, but you know, I can remember that, you know, there was that point where it was like nobody really knew each other.
Yeah, it was a point where LA is a home of what we know gangbanging to be. And when it hit New York and East Coast like wildfire, we started to paint that picture. LA naturally was like, you don't understand something, you shun something, and I could dig it. But by the time I got to doing it and got to banging, we was gonna figure this out because I was in music and I knew I had to be on that side. So I'm gonna get to this early. They gotta feel my gangster. That was my attitude. And I met some dope out there too. I mean, or still.
Jim Jones be hella high, but it seems like he's put in his time in LA. It seems like he's definitely touched a lot of land, maneuvered a lot of soil, done a lot of things that can contribute to his validation of being able to move around as a respected Damu in the city of Los Angeles. That's why he said, man, let's make sure you don't confuse this with Officer Rat Run Runner, the fake blood that can't come outside. He was showing love to Wacko. Shout out to him. Not to be confused with Officer Rat, two different dudes. But, you know, he's talking about how he's putting his time and his energy to solidify himself and to grow his name and to grow his brand as being one of these dudes. So, you know, it seems like he's touching a lot of land for real.
What was that like? You know, seeing that the gangbang culture and the Bloods and Crips and everything come to New York?
What you mean? What was it like?
What was the change?
Nigga, what was it like? You had it one day and then you didn't. You didn't have it one day and you had it the next day. What was that like?
You know, did things change at all? Did the streets change?
The streets of New York definitely changed. Bloods hit this shit like wildfire. Very poignant time in New York City history. And it was kind of polar opposite from LA. Predominantly, it was at a time where LA is predominantly Crip and Bloods were outnumbered, and New York City was all Blood with a tiny percent of Crip, maybe less than one hand. It's not so right now. It's definitely, my Lopes is out here, you heard? They definitely out here. I mean, shouts to everybody that's affiliated with something. I mean, you know, you try to keep it positive, get to $1, take care of your brothers, less ops, you heard, more thoughts, you dig, more having good times, you heard? We need a little bit more positive energy inside of my city, you know what I mean?
I've always wondered about, you know, after, you know, you drop Ballin', you know, Jay-Z.
Less ops, more thoughts. I like that. Less Oppingtons, more Thottingtons.
Comes out with Brooklyn, and he raps over the Ballin' record. And, you know, I mean, I did a little bit of research, but I didn't quite understand, you know, where all that came from.
Man, you gotta know your history then.
Well, I've seen a few things, you know.
Let's just say this, that when Jay did the remix, it was the biggest alley-oop he could do for me. I understood a lot about music, and at that time, people were looking at the wrong way, and I was looking at the right way. When he did Brooklyn, so many people called my phone the same night, and said, let's go to the studio. Going to the studio, I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna make this shit work. And me learning about BDS spins and how they work because my song was so big, I remember them telling me, like, so you have a record, anybody that remixes your record and it gets played on the radio, it counts as your spins, that's still your record. No matter who does it.
That's still your record. Even if they go in there and they diss you and they talk bad about you, that's still your record. Period, point blank.
And I remember that. This was before they even did it. I was like, yo, and I called somebody, like, yo, so these spins count on my spins, right? They was like, yeah, I said, package it up as the remix. This the remix. Ball on remix with Jay on it. Couldn't lose. Couldn't lose. You heard?
Okay.
Couldn't lose.
Yeah.
I was able to flip it on them and use it in my favor because now I got Jay on it. I know they're gonna play Jay's version everywhere in the country. It didn't matter. You heard? I capitalized off of that moment and shit like that.
That's a genius business move as far as Jim Jones is concerned because it allows him to now, number one, profit, but you're profiting off of an artist that's bigger than you, that's dissing you. So it's kind of like, ha, you're still paying me. So yeah, they gonna talk bad about me. Yeah, they gonna do this. Yeah, they gonna do that. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. Yeah, it's gonna look like that. Okay, fine, let's get past all that. He's saying my name. He's talking about me. We're in the universe. Boom. Easy call. Ball and remix. Jim Jones, Jay-Z.
Happened up to thus far was just regular street shit that we was going through from the split of the Rockefeller shit and me taking sides with Cam and Dame and shit like that. So that was all that turmoil and shit like that. So and I was the one that was most active outside. I definitely was the hottest one in the streets at the time. And Jay was still the biggest from New York at the time. He wasn't as hot as I was outside because I had the balling record and all that type of shit. So naturally, he was able to figure out how to put himself in the game in New York and still look like Jay, big dog, don't play with me. But then I was able to counter that with, well, good looking, big dog, we gonna remix this shit, you heard? I holla at you, boom. And it just went in our favor. Like, they never seen a move done like that, you dig? Like, it's called chess, not checkers, you heard? We playing chess ball out here, that's the new sport, you heard?
I hear you. Well, I guess there was a
Yeah, that was a genius move on Jim Jones's part for sure. And again, the monetary aspect on that situation, he now has a Jay-Z record right under Jay-Z's nose based off Jay-Z making a rookie mistake.
fight that happened in a Louis store, and one of the guys was like allegedly with Jay or something.
We're not talking about that. I got sued over that incident. It's all love though. It's all love. Shouts to Louis. I like your clothes. You heard? Send me some free shit if you could. You did?
Okay. You and Jay were able to, end everything, and, you signed to Roc Nation.
Yeah, we was able to reconcile our differences, and I wasn't signed to Roc Nation. I was over on Roc Nation management. I call it a treaty deal. It's like some mob shit. There's a lot going on, and Jay on the way out of his hell of a career was doing things the bosses do and shit like that, you know what I mean? I was able to have a sit down with him through mutual people. I've known these people for so long. I was at a point in my life where I was trying to figure a few things out to get back in the game. I know that I had been blackballed or so and shit like that, so it was kind of dope. It made perfect sense. It was a good business move for who I was at the time. My mindset was different. I wasn't the same ignorant person that I was coming up. It's been a couple of years. I took a hiatus, was down in Miami, all type of shit that happened and shit like that. So that was like a blessing in disguise to me, because I know this will open up a lot of doors that have been closed because of I built, that bridge between. So I was happy that I was able to reconcile our differences. Plus, our differences wasn't never about me anyway. It was about the cause. It was about what I believed in and who I was riding with. You dig?
Was Dipset still together at this time, or like what was going on?
So it seems like Jay-Z never really had an issue with Jim Jones, so to speak. Jim Jones may have just taken his side in a beef, and in taking that side in the beef, Jay-Z was like, all right, so if you rocking with him, all right, cool, you ucking with him, go ahead and duck with him.
On with the group at the time?
At what time?
When you signed with Jay?
Man, I guess we was always remain cordial in different ways and shit like that. Remember, after that, Cam came out on stage with Jay at the live performance that Jay had and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't me that did no small moves for career sakes. It was other people too. You dig? That's a big move to be on stage with Jay and all of the history that people know you'll have and shit like that. You dig? So, but I get talked about for being the smarter one to do. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people do the same shit I do, but I'm the one that always get talked about for being so ill. Because that's what it got to be. I don't see no other reason. Not if you doing it too, right?
I hear you. Yeah, because I think the first time well, at least for me, you know what I'm saying, being way over here, there was a video, I forget the name of it, but Cameron had like a lookalike that, you know what I'm saying, everybody said looked like Jay-Z in the video. I don't know,
Leave me out of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You heard? I have nothing to do with that.
What's up?
Right, man,
this is Cam Capone. We got more.
All right, man. So we up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deals. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And of course, it's free. Avenue Angel till it's free. We are gone.
wait. 60 bands on my name. How many shots to the center of a freak, nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink, nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are raiders. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you wanted, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see, we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General Butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack and slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flock a belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lame. We know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flacco, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumbass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right though, right? Wait though, right? I do want to